Hello, welcome to Yoga and Rach. I'm Rach, thank you very much for joining me. Happy new moon on Sunday. So this video has gone out today on the 10th, I think it should be, 10th of October. And it's full moon on Sunday, so we're moving into Aries. So full moon in Aries is all about checking in with ourselves, and then the sun in Libra is going to be reminding us to find that balance with looking after ourselves, that self-care, and then looking after others as well, and incorporating other people into our life and how we treat ourselves in our relationships with other people. So we're trying to have a look at that balance between ourselves and others. So we're going to start our practice off standing in a sun salutation and then a moon salutation, followed by a sun salutation and a moon salutation. Then we'll be bringing ourselves back into that element of air with an air namaskar or air salutation, or Hidaya namaskar as it's known in a vinyasa practice, to bring in a little bit of heat by moving, bringing in that fire element for Aries for the full moon. That's happening this weekend, whilst finding that flow, bringing in the air element and opening into the side body. So come on up to standing at the top of the mat, feet are hip width apart. Let the arms relax down by the hips, release the shoulders away from the ears, bringing your awareness to the breath. So flow with your breath. Don't try to stay in line with me. If your breath is out of sync, that's fine. With me, stay in sync with yourself. So when you're ready, on an inhale, slowly raise the arms up. As you exhale, folding forward, bend into the knees so the fingertips or the palms can find the mat, tucking the chin into the chest. Inhale, halfway lift the chin looking forward, and exhale, fold. Inhale, your transition into plank, walk, step or hop. Lifting the chin, looking forwards, just beyond the top of the mat, keep the shoulders over the wrists. First round, you're welcome to lower the knees or keep the knees high. Full plank or half plank. On an exhale, lower all the way down. Once you're there, untucking the toes. Inhale, roll the shoulders, lift the chin. Low or high cobra. Exhale, releasing, tucking under the toes as you inhale, lifting up into your plank. And exhale, pull the shoulders back. Push the tailbone high. Find your way into your downward facing dog. Keep a nice bend in the knees. And whilst you're here checking in, how do you want to find your way into your forward fold? Walk, step or hop. You might arrive at the top of the mat, middle of the mat or the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting the arms up. And exhale, bringing the hands down in front of the heart. Have a little pause here. And release the hands down by the hips. So our first round was our sun salutation. We're going to go into a moon salutation, and we're just going to work one side, then we're going to go back into that sun salutation and then into the other side for our moon salutation. Inhaling to raise the arms. As you exhale, folding forward, bend the knees. Fingertips or palms find the mat, chin to chest. Inhale, halfway lift the chin. Whilst you're here, step your right foot to the back of the mat and place the right knee down. Right toes can stay tucked or untucked. Pull the hips forward, raise the arms forward and up. Find your low lunge. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, focusing on the breath. When you're ready, gently bring in the hands down, either side of that left foot. Tuck under the right toes to lift the knee. And step the left foot to meet the right foot. Pull the shoulders back, tailbone high, downward facing dog. Focusing on the breath. You might invite a little bit of movement in, releasing your head. You might walk on the spot. When you're ready, you're going to bring that left foot through again. So we're going to find that low lunge. You can either step the left foot straight through or follow me as you inhale and lift the left leg back and up into your down dog splits. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward and place that left foot in between the hands. If it lands behind, grab the ankle, lift and nudge the foot forward and place the right knee down onto the mat. Make sure the knee is behind, not underneath the hip. Again, right toes can be touched or untouched. pull the hips forward, sweep the arms forward and up, roll the shoulders away from the ears, lifting the chin, finding your low lunge. Focusing on the breath. When you're ready, bringing the hands down either side of that left foot. Tuck under the right toes to lift the right knee. This time you're going to step the right foot forward to meet the left. Bend the knees to the fingertips, or the palms of the hands are on the mat as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, standing, raise the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart. Just have a little pause. And releasing the hands down by the hips. Moving into our sun salutation once more. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Your transition, walk, step or hop into your plank. Knees can stay high or low, your choice. As you exhale, bend into the elbows, lower all the way down, untucking the toes. Inhale, roll the shoulders away from the ears, lift the chin, lift the chest, stay low or lift a bit higher this time. Exhale, releasing, tuck under the toes, lifting up as you inhale into your plank, and exhale, pull the shoulders back, push the tailbone high, downward facing dog. Just focusing on the breath, checking in, how do you want to find your way into your standing forward fold? You might walk, you might step, you might hop, arriving at the top, in the middle, or the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to pause in front of the heart, just for a breath. And gently releasing the hands down by the hips. So we're going to go into our moon salutation, this time working the lunge on that right leg. Inhaling to raise the arms. Exhale, folding forward, bend into the knees. Fingertips or palms on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift the chin. Whilst you're here, step your left foot back. Can't speak now. Placing your left knee down onto the mat. Left toes can stay tucked or untouched. Make sure the knee is behind rather than underneath the hip. Pull the hips forward. Inhale, raise the arms up. Finding your low lunge. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. You might lift the chin, so you might be looking forward. You might be looking up at the ceiling. Keeping your awareness of your breath. Whenever you're ready, moving into downward dog, slowly bring the hands down. You might need to tuck under the left toe so you can lift the knee. Stepping the right foot back to meet the left foot. Pull the shoulders back, tailbone high. Invite a bit of movement in here if you wish to. Walking on the spot or swaying your head side to side. And in a moment we're going to bring that right foot forward into our low lunge. So you can either step it there in between the hands, or as you inhale, the right leg lifts. Exhale, bring the knee into the belly, pull the shoulders forward and place the right foot in between the hands. If it doesn't land there, don't worry, let the foot place down on the mat. Grab the back of the ankle and nudge the foot forward. Place the left knee down, make sure it's behind, not underneath the hip. Left toes can be tucked or untouched. Draw the hips forward, sweep the arms forward and up, finding that low lunge. Gently lifting the chin, looking forward or looking up at the ceiling. Staying here for a few breaths. When you're ready, gently bringing the hands down, tuck under the left toes, lift the knee. You're going to step the left foot forward and find that standing forward fold. Inhale to lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of the heart, just for a breath. So we've done 2 rounds of our sun salutation, 2 rounds of our moon salutations, working left side and the right side of the body. We're going to do 1 round of our Hidayah Namaskar, or our air salutation. So we're really focusing on finding that fluidity and just gently opening into a little bit of a back bend when we pause through what we're going to class as our vinyasa through this sequence, and opening the sides of the body. So as you inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, folding forward, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lift the chin. Whilst you're here, step your right foot back and place the right knee down. Right toes can be tucked or untucked. Draw the hips forward as you sweep the arms forward and up. Finding that low lunge. So you have the left leg forward, so we're going to keep the left arm up and bring the right hand onto the right hip. The mantis is pulling you up to the ceiling and then over to the right. So you're getting that side stretch into the body. And the right hand might stay on the hip, or you might have a block, or you might be able to reach the mat with the fingertips, the fist, or if it's comfortable, the palm of the hand, to make sure you're not creating any pinching in the hips. Slowly lifting up, we're going to go in the opposite direction. So bring the left hand to the left hip, right arm up and over to the left. And again, left hand can stay on the hip. You might better bring the fingertips down to the mat. Slowly lifting up, find that low lunge and bring the hands down onto the mat. Slide the left leg back, keeping the hips over the knees, walking the hands forward, bringing the forehead or the chin and the chest down onto the mat for puppy pose, focusing on the breath. Gently pushing into the elbows, the forearms, the palms of the hands, and as you lift your head, pull the shoulders over the wrists, tucking under the toes, forearm plank. Keep the chin lifted so you're looking beyond the mat. Whenever you're ready, lower the knees, the thighs, the hips, the belly, untucking the toes. I like to just move the hands a little bit further forward as we find our way into Sphinx pose. And just gently checking in with that back bend. Libra rules over the lower back. So checking in with your back whilst you're here. And we're going to bring one hand on top of the other, float the elbows out, and rest the forehead down onto the hands. When you're ready, bring the hand underneath the shoulders. Inhale, low cobra. We'll start to lift up a little bit higher. Exhaling to release, pushing up as you inhale into plank, and exhale, pull back and up into your downward facing dog. Checking in, how do you wish to move into your standing forward fold? You might walk, you might step, you might hop, arriving at the top, the middle, the back of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, and exhale, bringing the hands down in front of the heart, just for a breath, before releasing the hands down by the hips. Let's do the other side. Inhaling to raise the arms, exhale, folding forward, bend the knees, fingertips or palms bend the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lift the chin. Whilst you're here, set that left foot back. Bring the left knee down. You can untuck the left toes or leave the toes tucked under. Keep drawing the hips forward as you sweep the arms forward and up. Find your low lunge. And then we're going to find that side stretch. So you've got the right leg forward, so we're going to leave the right arm up. As you bring the left hand onto the left hip, and reaching up and over with that right arm over to the left. Left hand can stay on the hip, or maybe you can place the left fingertips, the fist, or the palm down onto the mat. Focusing on the breath, find what feels comfortable. As you slowly lift back up, find your low lunge. We're going to go in the opposite direction, so bring your right hand onto the right hip, pull the left arm up, and then start to go over to the right. Right hand can stay on the hip, or you might place the fingertips down onto the mat. Slowly lifting back up. Find that low lunge. Take good time as you bring the hands down. You're going to slide the right foot back. So the knee is on the mat, hips are over the knees, walking the hands towards the top of the mat. Draw the chin, the chest, the belly down to the mat into puppy pose. Find what feels comfortable for you. So you might have the forehead or your chin resting on the mat. Keep your awareness with the hands, the forearms, the elbows. We're going to start to activate them as we pull forward. Tucking under the toes to lift the knees, lifting the chin. into your forearm plank. Just a breath or two here before we lower the knees, the thighs, the belly, untucking the toes, slide the hands forward, roll the shoulders away from the ears. So you still imagine that it feels like you're being pulled up from the crown of your head, so you're not collapsing down into this pose as you move into Sphinx. And then bring the hands in front of you, one hand on top of the other, elbows gently flare out to the side, forehead resting on the hands. When you're ready, lifting your head up, getting hands underneath the shoulders, roll the shoulders away, inhale, low cobra or high cobra, see what feels comfortable in your back. Exhale, lower, tucking under the toes, inhale, lifting into plank, exhale, pull the shoulders back, tailbone nice and high into your downward facing dog. Checking in, how do you want to move into your standing forward fold? Walk, step or hop, and you fold. Inhale, halfway lift the chin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of the heart. And releasing the hands down. So you might decide that you want to continue with a little bit more of your practice. So you might choose to practice one of these videos here or here. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. You might decide to move into a little bit of mini Savasana, which is completely led by yourself. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining me. I shall see you next week. Namaste.